Okay, this is part 7, the last part of the May 25th Fighting Workout Review series. I'll set the record timer and edit out some excessive wait time and maybe some redundant review covered multiple times already. Here's a quick example of striking while on the ground. This version here looks like my opponent might be standing. I think I'll go into details about this in another video. So let's cut to striking from some crouch and low angle positions. Okay, get a few dips in, find your low angle, and we're going to strike and guard from these low angles. There will be some strikes which will require your body to learn how to support and help with the strike. And there will be other strikes that are notably hindered by the low angle and might not be wise to use. Your job is to identify which ones can be worked on and which ones are not practical and will usually be a poor choice. If you're fighting and resisting these strikes, no matter how you practice and compensate your body, then it may be a poor choice for that particular low position. Start out slow, start out controlled, and learn what your body needs to do to provide or help the coordination and leverage needed for the strikes. Some strikes may never have enough power from certain low positions. It's your call on what you want to do with it. Striking in a low crouched position may cause your hands to bottle up and press upon you. I think that could be better than if you need to drop them or flail in order to help your balance and stuff. Here's a roundhouse kick striking with the balls of the foot. This version of the kick can be devastating to the ribs, as opposed to the other version that strikes with the top part of the foot, the dorsum. Striking with the balls of the feet utilize the bone in a very strong driving angle. Okay, we just cut out some knee strike practice. I want to cover that in a different video. Same thing with elbows, we'll cover that in a different video. The leaping front kick is okay. Doesn't leave you too vulnerable. The leaping crescent is decent, does very well to the head, and usually any crescent does very little to the body, although you can angle your foot where some crescent angles can strike with the balls of the foot. Little practices of trying to casually surprise with a kick. And also a bunch of stutter and fakes to help with the surprises. Like here, these are mostly fakes, sneaky motions that might result in a full punch emerging, or quickly block or creates a diversion for a kick. The same goes for the kick fake. It can be a complete fake, or it can do something. It can be some kind of strike or preoccupying event. Try to avoid a major rise up on your pivot foot. It often reaches a point of diminishing and compromising your force and balance. There are natural rises, but there is also a point where it becomes excessive and ineffective. You don't need all your kicks to involve a big body extension and leverage lean backwards. You can have powerful kicks which incorporate some compact body position as well. In this next set, the point is to not be linear. Don't get flanked. Practice seeing your peripheral field as well as whatever your vision is directly fixed on and observing. It doesn't mean you have to rotate like a spinning top, but it does mean you shouldn't need a lot of rotation just to see what's going on. Also practice directional changes that don't create a big amount of new blind spots and unknowns. This will also help you with quick decision making and prioritizing during multiple attacks and interactions. Fakes. Fakes. Some mechanics involved can be similar to doubling and tripling up on one strike. Your limb must sell the fake and recuperate and transition into an actual strike. Practice this relentlessly so your transitions are seamless. The practice can go hand in hand with multiple strikes with the same body parts. And those mechanics are also involved with striking after guarding and blocking. A quick set of the paw jab, the pawing jab. Paw as in cat's paw. It's a feeler, a setup, to paw at, work distance, timing. Off. Okay, let's cut. Now back to our peripheral, and to avoid flanking. Again, we don't need big rotations and direction changes, but you'll need to practice and make your peripheral strikes effective, especially because they may not have some of the normal body positions behind them. Let's wrap this up with some strikes to the lower parts of the opponent. I won't do justice with the mechanics involved in this brief mention, but particular planted pivot behavior and hips and torso thrust rotation can define the striking range of the kick, some which end at a certain point, while others can drive all the way through and actually turn you around. I'll be sure to go into more details about it in another video. Well, that's it for the May 25th series. See you soon.